Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes. This is Big Gotham, the Mayor's second channel, ladies and gentlemen. 1090 Jake just came out of nowhere exposing Ceddy Nash for creating a smear campaign against Young Thug, making him seem like he's a rat when he's not. 1090 Jake provides proof as well as pretty much messages where Ceddy Nash paid $500 for the audio of the Young Thug interrogation just to flip it. To flip the interrogation, making it seem like he told. And this was being done in cahoots with Trapper Ross, Whack 100, academics, and others. Alright, listen, man. I want y'all to hit the like and share the video. This is very interesting. I did tell y'all that Young Thug was not a rat. So let's get into it, man. Make sure you hitting that like. Let's get into it.
Well, y'all say he shoot at some shit. That nigga's a scrub. I ain't gonna lie. Young Thug's a troll. The last thing before I get...
So even with Thug speaking on Roscoe, Slime, and everything else, AK was able to summarize it as Thug was trolling the police. A snitch narrative never came about, and even AK's comment section would praise Thug for trolling the police, not falling for their finesse, and telling them nothing but talking for hours.
This was a year ago. And I did say again that this audio released a long time ago. People forgot about it. And now after somebody wanted to clip something out of the interrogation to make it seem like Thug was telling when he was flirting with a girl that was in the room, because if you get the video of the interrogation, which we haven't gotten yet, but Thug himself said it, that he was flirting with a girl that was in the room. And he wasn't even talking to the cops when he said, take my number, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. It was game. He was risen up a shorty in the interrogation room. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know that he was pretty much trying to troll the cops, trying to get Peewee Roscoe out of jail, and everybody's glorifying it. But now all of a sudden, because the narrative was painted, thanks to Ceddy Nash and Trapper Ross and academics and Whack 100 and 6ix9ine and Lil Woody and Rollo and Charleston, and you could go on. It's a whole, virtual police station. It's a virtual precinct right now. We have people that are trying to make it seem like Thug is a rat because they're rats. They're the ones that are rats. They're the ones that are constantly being called rats because they actually told. So they got to make an official dude look like he's a rat to make them look good, right? So that's pretty much what the narrative and the reasoning behind them smearing Young Thug's name was about. But let's keep this thing going, oh champ.
There was no blasting Thug as a snitch by the blogs. I never even made a video on it because nothing was there. And things would go silent for the next year, 9 months, and 6 days. So what brought it all back? The blogger who originally obtained the interrogation would state Ceddy Nash paid him $500 to take the Young Thug video down so he could re-release it on his channel. Ceddy's ties to a specific YSL member would make things even more interesting.
Yeah, it's funny because I saved a lot of them old videos like when it first came out. So we know what everybody's opinion was. The academics, Whack 100, just the main people in media. It's crazy how just a little bit of money and just this little campaign could just change so many sheep minds, on August 12th, man, I got paid by Ceddy Nash. And the only reason I'm kind of outing him is because he tried to rewrite the narrative with my logo still on there. So people were hitting me up like, what's going on? But he paid me, he said, just take down the video because I want to re-release it on my channel. I'm about to do something.
That's nasty work. He wanted the video to be taken down so it don't look like Thug wasn't right. Because he didn't want the original narrative that Thug was trolling the cops to stick, so he had to recreate a narrative. Now, of course, the people who's jumping on Thug right now, who are calling him a rat, don't care about the original, what it really was. They don't care about what it really was. They care about the narrative that Thug is a rat. So now everybody that already don't like Young Thug are all coming out of the woodwork saying like, see, I told y'all he was a rat. And they don't even realize that, hey, this been out. This is old and he didn't rat. It's just the narrative being painted because somebody's clip farming. Alright, you got Trap Lil Ross was the first one I seen with a video clip farming, making it seem like Thug was a rat. So this whole thing was a play to create this whole war in Atlanta thing and all this nonsense. And then of course we get the phone calls that came out of nowhere, which Ceddy Nash, I believe, was the one getting it. Now, according to what I'm told, Wack 100 was the one who was servicing your boy Ceddy Nash with the phone conversations. Which makes sense to me because Wack is a cop. These guys are all police, man. I'm going to keep saying it. These are all cops. What Ceddy Nash did was police behavior, 1,000%. This was weird because now y'all mad because everybody's calling y'all a rat. So now y'all got to figure out how to make official people look like snitches, which is crazy, right? But let's keep this thing going. This is Hip Hop Lives, who originally released the Young Thug interrogation audio. And now he's speaking out about him being paid by Ceddy Nash to take it down so he can repost it and make Thug look like a rat. This is crazy.
Took the little money, I put it on private, and like 5 days later, boom, it's everywhere. Trap Lil Ross, he running 4 or 5 different videos, academics, they all with this new narrative, Young Thug is a rat. Young Thug is a rat. It's crazy. So yeah, people start hitting me up. Because again, like I said, they just released it with my logo and artwork on there. So people like, well now, how did it just resurface? You know, somebody from Thug Team hit me. And I'm like, all I know is I got paid to take my video down. I send a screenshot. They see it's Ceddy Nash, and Dora reach out to Ceddy Nash, start going off on him. And that's why Ceddy Nash started with that burn it down bullshit all on his page, like he lashing out at Thug Team. Cause I guess they kind of hollering at him behind the scenes. You know, I didn't want to out him, but y'all outed me. Y'all paid me to take it down, put it out with my logo, and now he's a rat. Like, and I did some digging, and I found out that Angel the publicist, that's Ceddy Nash's publicist, that's Woody's publicist, that's Charleston White's publicist. So they all been going.
So there's a rat publicist? He said Angel, what he said, Angel somebody is a publicist for Ceddy Nash, Charleston White, and Lil Woody. Ain't that crazy? So there's a rat publicist going, there's a publicist for the rats, all champ. Would you look at that? Ain't that crazy, all champ? Listen, told y'all, man. There's a rat police station out here, gang. Yeah. The rat police station is heavy right now. I ain't gonna lie, they done got all the rats out there. Listen, even top 5. You know, Drake's mans, alright? Toronto rapped. Another snitch. He told when he got poked up out there in London, and they almost put him in the sky. Guess what? Top 5 told, cooperated with London police. Begged for 911, even though it's not called 911 out there, it's called 999. But you get the point. You get the picture. All these guys are cooperative with law enforcement. Okay? Let's just be honest. And we're going to keep this thing going, all champ.
Going hard, like Charleston White did the Say Cheese interview. Woody, he started a podcast. Ceddy Nash going hard. Like, this is an organized campaign from right over there. Ceddy Nash started the payment. He sent the payment, but they all, that's where it's coming from. I don't know how the jail calls are happening, and I haven't tied it back to Gunna, but it's crazy how they started this shit. It's literally coming down to bullying. They feel like Thug been bullying. So between Woody, who been bullied for ratting, Ceddy Nash been bullied for ratting, Charleston White been bullied for ratting, Angel the publicist worked with all them. They feel like, oh, we finna clip this up and do Young Thug bad. That's really what's going on right now. And it's crazy because people been calling a Wack 100, Rat 100. You know, Trap Lil Ross get accused of ratting. Everybody who been loud about this shit, Rollo, 6ix9ine. This is a people who been bullied. That's what's going on, bro.
Now, Angel the publicist does in fact follow and is followed by Ceddy Nash. And in her bio, it would state she's management for Woody, who's posted all over her page. In an older post, she'd even wish a happy birthday to her best friend, mentor, and #1 client, none other than Charleston White. So the blogger's theory of a smear campaign seems to be aligning, as Charleston is locked in with Sean Cotton, the owner of Say Cheese, and Ceddy is locked in with No Jumper. So it wouldn't be hard for Ceddy and his alleged team to clip up Thug's interview, fire it off to all the blogs, who then repost the same shit on the same day, as everyone starts firing at Young Thug simultaneously. Thug would respond through Twitter saying, "They didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. Rat where?" Peewee Roscoe would then go live addressing the allegations, taking the Thug's defense, but he'd also stop pointing the finger, calling Rollo a rat and other members of YSL.
Yeah, man. So, as you can see, this is what really happened. And Peewee Roscoe been saying that he not a rat. Peewee Roscoe been saying that. You know what I'm saying? He been saying it. So why now all of a sudden are y'all trying to actually make it seem like, hey, Thug is a rat all of a sudden because it's the first time you heard the audio, but the audio been out. We ain't never heard a time where Thug was a rat. Like, this wasn't no hidden audio. This audio wasn't hidden. And what you heard would make it seem like Thug was a rat, but that was the whole point, to paint the narrative, to make it seem like Thug is telling on people he's talking too much, which is not. It's not true though. It's false information. You dig? But either way, you know, people are still gonna say it's ratting because he was talking to the police in general, and they think that talking to the police is just ratting. Some people think that. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep this thing going. On Sham.
What way to break it down? Best way. Hey man. A snitch is someone that comply with the government, just bargaining for their freedom when they have done something illegal. A statement, a rat, a snitching, it's nothing selective about that. You feel me? If I go to jail right now and I got a co-defendant and they charge both of us with murder, or they charge me with murder but they don't charge him, there's no way it don't make sense. So I'm just trying to break it down in today's society, what a rat is, what snitching is. No selective politicking, man. Jeff clean as Listerine, man. Clean as Irish soap. You feel what I'm saying? I done the time. I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go on interrogation wrong, that's what you do. He told you, man, we sell the Wayne Carter weed. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's when a piece of paper stating Thug gave information on a murder came to light. But even this is old. I covered this 2 years ago, and his lawyer got it thrown out for being inaccurate. Reintroducing it 2 years later was calculated fuel to the fire of the smear campaign that was lit. Rollo would respond back to Roscoe and start firing at Young Thug through social media, and Thug would respond back saying, "Stop trying to make me one of these boys. Death before dishonor this way, kids." He'd even addressed the paper saying the motion got filed because the detective lied, which is what I said a year ago. But this was the most vocal Thug's ever been in his career, and the fact that he was responding to everything to defend himself gave the internet what they wanted.
Facts. That was just what it was, bro. That's all it was. You know, pretty much what we seen here was Thug being attacked. Everybody knows Thug doesn't do this internet stuff like Meek Mill doesn't do this internet stuff, like how they lied on Meek Mill and said that he did something with Diddy. There's absolutely no proof of that. There was an AI thing that was incredibly mook that was going around the web trying to prove that Meek did this with Diddy and all this nonsense. It's nonsense. You dig? And them trying to paint Thug as a rat was a complete lie. Is a complete lie. I know it's a lie. I spoke to people in Atlanta that's close to Peewee Roscoe and them, and they pretty much said the same thing I said. Like, this is a narrative. This is an attack. And 1090 Jake is proving that. Even though 1090 Jake himself is a rat, I have to call this rat on rat crime, alright? I mean, salute to Jake for telling the truth, but you're still a rat, champ. Don't forget you signed that grievance in jail when you got attacked. You are indeed a rat. Don't you forget it. Salute to the homie Byron Blake, alright? Yeah, you a rat too, 1090 Jake. I don't want y'all thinking 1090 Jake is not a rat. He is. And Whack 100 paid 1090 Jake to call BG a rat like 2 years ago too, by the way, just so y'all know. Remember when they was saying BG told and all this nonsense? Yeah, 1090 Jake was a part of that. So I get it, like salute, but you're still You still have snake ways, champ, and you trying to disrespect the New York Bloods like they ain't put you on is also kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But gang, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section about all this. I'm gonna stop it right here. If you want to see the full video of, 1090 Jake exposing Ceddy Nash and them with this Young Thug smear campaign that they did, make sure you go to the End of Sentence channel and check it out. It's the last video uploaded. It's getting crazy, man. But one more thing before we get up all the way out of here. You ready, gang? It's the mayor. The one and only New York Mayor, F. Eric Adams. And you rocking with the 10 favorite Your Face News. It's Big Gotham. And you already know it's the 10 versus everybody at all times. Hit the like, share the video. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.